welcome to all of you to the 6th edition of the ET Edge Best Brands Conclave 2023, for the fact that all of you are here to be part of a very interesting conversation and, of course, come together as we celebrate the best brands this evening. We'd also like to announce that the ET Edge Best Brands Coffee Table book will feature remarkable brands that have redefined the benchmark in their respective fields through their legacy as well as sustainability in India and global markets. But first up, it is indeed our pleasure to introduce our keynote speaker for the evening. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in extending a warm welcome to none other than Mr. R. Gopalkrishnan, Independent Director and Non-Executive Chairman of Castrol India.
You know, I've spent 55 years of my career living and working with brands. I knew nothing about branding, but I joined a company which is a house of brands, Hindustan Lever. And I have therefore seen ups and downs, pros and cons, and having a little background in physics and engineering, I've tried to be analytical, and it's been a fascinating journey. I feel convinced, even in the evening of my career, that the future of business and the future of branding are intertwined. Brands are the Atma of business. So it's very important to deal with the subject of brands with a philosophical seriousness. It's not just about fun and games and advertising and making nice films. That's of course a part of it and an important part of it. When I began my career, branding was a new subject. And the most important thing I have learned about brands is not the advertising, is not the brand awards function, but what I find is the most important is aha moments in brands. Brands are not engineered, they happen. And they happen because at certain magical moments of stress particularly, the brand responds with who it is. It is not what the advertising agency said or what the marketing director said. And a brand has a few such dots in its life and career. And those mark who the brand is. People and leaders are remembered for what they did in a crisis, not what they did. Generals are remembered for what they did in the battle, not what they did during peacetime. So it's exactly the same principle. I wish the conclave all the best. I congratulate the winners. I congratulate all of you who are participating in creating this new Atma of business. And remember, more than a heart surgeon, those who deal with Atma have a responsibility. I wish you good luck. Thank you very much.
We're about to set a panel discussion for all of you. And this is where the panelists will come together and focus on how there's this new rise of the new age consumers. And it's not just the new age marketing that we're talking about.
Would love to know your views, and then maybe follow it up with Praveen, your views also in future of marketing, how Gen AI is changing everything, and where do you see marketing going in the next 5 to 6 years for this new age consumer?
Yeah, I think, personalization is definitely becoming another buzzword after AI. The other part of the truth also is that there is a lot more data available. You're actually creating solutions that they are asking for. In some cases, using data, you're predicting what they might need even before they have asked for. So that is the power that lies in the data. The second part is experiences. The Gen Z specifically is all about experiences, and we're here and read about that everywhere. So it will become a lot about delivering experiences to the consumers and not just a broadcast.
Praveen, from you.
Personalization is, I think, as we move ahead, it's taken for granted. I think we will have a lot more better quality data, and our marketing is going to get more targeted. Further, I would say that as we move ahead, AI is an amazing tool. It's going to continue to stay. It's just that the amount of insights will increase. We'll be able to do it more powerfully. But AI is going to be a very, very influential tool to read insights.
Maybe we switch gears a bit more to you, Anirudh, now. As the brand custodian of TVS Motors, what do you foresee is the future of marketing?
It is going to be a very much digitally driven and equal to one, talking to a very young audience. But fundamental values of the consumer will remain the same. But I think everything else is just going to change, and we will be heavily dependent on technology to be able to deliver it. But the soul and the heart we need to still keep warm and keep it human. That's what I think our challenge is going to be.
I hope the audience find value in listening to all of us. Thank you so much for listening to us. Thank you.
Our next session is a little bit special. And since they called people from the ad world to come and speak, we said, let's do it with a very special person, a little different avatar. So without any further delay, please join me in welcoming Mr. Bharat Dabolkar. We're going to be talking about something called rebranding. Now, there are many brand custodians over here in the audience, and some of their brands would be in the growth stage, some in the maturity, some in the decline. If some of them are intending to do a brand refresh or a brand revamp, what would you tell them are the key things to look out for, retain, or what are the key risks that they should be aware of?
You don't have to worry about this. You talk to the consumers, and consumers tell you what needs to be done. So when you talk of a brand evolution, brands don't change. Brands have maybe minor changes in their packaging or whatever, because there are newer things available now. There are better systems of packaging, there are better colors or whatever. It's the communication that has to keep on changing all the time. So a brand evolves with the communication, and the communication, you don't sit and decide what should be changed. You have to be aware, you have to keep your eyes and ears open to what is the consumer is changing. He's getting exposed to more and more things now. So the evolution of brand is more evolution of the campaigns than the evolution of brands.
Up next, we have someone who has a way with words. He's a master storyteller, and we have a very eminent personality who has authored a best-selling book series, which is The Booming Brands. Ladies and gentlemen, we have with us none other than Harsh Pamnani, brand story consultant and business author, as he tells us how storytelling can transform brand marketing.
Famous marketer, entrepreneur, and author Seth Godin said, "Marketing is no longer about the stuff that you make, but it is about the stories you tell." What is the core purpose of marketing? The core purpose of marketing is to make a brand appealing for customers, employees, investors, and every other stakeholder present in the market. Now, how a marketer can make their brand appealing for different stakeholders? By using stories as assets. Stories can increase the value of anything in our eyes. Now, if you are communicating using stories, definitely your messages will become more memorable and more shareable. So, when you are going back from here, keep in mind that you have to collect more and more stories in your arsenal so that you can make your communication more and more effective and create a remarkable brand. I wish you all the best. Thank you.
While we're about to get started with the very first set of felicitations, before we do that, I'd like to please invite on stage Dr. Ruma Banerjee and Venkatakrishna Rao A. from Median Research. They are the ones that managed to meticulously assess over 1,000 organizations, shortlisted to 200, and this evening is about celebrating you all.
What we did is we looked at brands whose information is available in the public domain. There are two categories of brands we looked at. One is established brands with a turnover of 100 crores and above, as well as longevity of 5 years plus. And similarly, we looked at emerging brands, 25 crore plus and 3 years plus of longevity. So which all parameters did we look at? Longevity and turnover are already there. Apart from that, we look at market share, growth rate. We also looked at e-commerce presence, innovation. We also looked at social media presence. We also looked at advertising spends and green leadership, and finally awards and recognition. Then we had a rating assessment. So all the 12 parameters were assigned weights, and using that weight, we arrived at an indexed single point score out of 100. So based on this, we looked at over 1,000 plus brands and arrived at the final shortlisted brands. Thank you.
Well, let me inform you all that as we're about to get started with the very first set of felicitations for the Best Brands 2023, I'd like to once again request Shri R. Gopalkrishnan to please come on stage, sir, to please do the honors. Actually, start with the felicitation. We also have the launch of the coffee table book. So we're going to have the clicker. Yes, sir, you can go ahead, sir. With that, let's get started, ladies and gentlemen. Best Brands 2023. And first up, let's hear it for MAI Estates.
At Maya, we understand that today's home buyers are looking for more than just a home. They seek functional spaces, lifestyles, and communities that reflect their values and aspirations. For us, it's always about creating a harmonious balance between aestheticism, utility, modern efficiency, and environmental responsibility. We've incorporated green spaces and various sustainable practices in our developments to ensure that our residents can enjoy a lifestyle that is not only comfortable, but also progressive in its ethos. Additionally, we recognize the growing desire for smart home features and connectivity. Our homes are equipped with state-of-the-art technology to provide seamless, intuitive experiences that enhance everyday living and save time. Ultimately, our approach is about staying ahead of the curve, anticipating our customers' future needs, and incorporating them into our developments.
Let the felicitations only continue as I now invite India First Life Insurance.
Building a credible brand goes beyond advertising. It involves creating a meaningful connect with the audience, and this is possible only with the right set of people, products, and processes. Furthermore, this commitment needs to come from each and every stakeholder. When a brand consistently exceeds customer expectations, it will most certainly stand out in an excessively competitive environment. Today's customers are way more evolved and know exactly what they want. They prefer to connect and engage on their own terms. At India First Life, we have an extensive focus on hyper-personalization. By punching in 4 variables, namely age, income, gender, and location, and by overlaying this on our data science capabilities, we are able to offer bespoke solutions. Our goal is to deliver relevant communication that resonates with each and every customer. This has played a dominant role in helping us being recognized as an ET Best brand for the 3rd year running.
And we're about to now announce our next set of amazing brands that are being felicitated as the Best Brands 2023. So without any delay, let's hear it for Acer.
In the age of innovative marketing and D2C trends, human-to-human marketing remains indispensable for customer retentions. Personal interactions provide valuable insights into individual preferences, fostering a personalized approach that builds trust more effectively than automated methods. Genuine conversations, empathy, and openness establish credibility and strengthen the brand-customer relationship. Human interactions also offer real-time feedback, contributing to ongoing improvement and ensuring the brand stays attuned to evolving customer needs. Staying relevant in a competitive landscape requires ongoing innovation in products, services, and operations. It is important to define what sets your brand apart from the competition. What specific problem do you solve or need do you fulfill in a better or more distinctive way? Brands must also embrace innovation, prioritize creativity, and demonstrate a social and environmentally responsibility. Integrating sustainable practices enhances reputation and attracts a socially conscious consumer base.
Let's hear it for Airtel Payments Bank.
I'd first like to thank the Economic Times for this very prestigious award. It serves as a reminder to us in our daily duties and a service to millions of Indians across the country. Today, Airtel Payments Bank is serving roughly 60 million Indians across the length and breadth of the country with its mobile banking app, and 4 lakh banking points. We serve rural Indians on a daily basis, and we serve millions of digital paying urban users who are seeking a safe alternative solution to their banking needs.
Let's hear it for Nayara Energy.
Nayara Energy is an Indian company, and we are in India for India. We have a very, very advanced refinery contributing to roughly 8.5% of the Indian refining. We have been trying to energize the dreams by ensuring that we are playing a role in a very, very fast growing energy market in India. To become the fastest and the most preferred retail partner, we are focusing on having a very strong brand proposition, which is pivoting on a very strong customer value proposition and franchisee value proposition. We are an asset light model driven through franchisees, so it's very important that we are able to bring in a proposition which works well with the franchise partners, and it brings a growth which is inclusive and ensures that they're able to participate and prosper with the company. Coming on customer value proposition, it's growing. It's ever changing and changing even faster. We believe it's a long-term play. We are the largest private fuel retailer in the country today with 6,300 retail outlets and growing. And we are sure with the millions of customers posing their trust, we shall be able to understand their expectations stated or nascent through various customer insights, what we have, data analytics, and we shall be able to meet their expectations and go beyond to stay relevant.
Let's hear it for Nichrome India Limited.
At Nichrome, we believe in infinite possibilities with innovation. It's not just our tagline, it's our driving force. I would say it's in our DNA. For our 45 years, we've pushed the boundaries of packaging. From our pioneering milk pouch packing machine to delivering integrated packaging solutions, our focus is not only what's new, but what's impactful. That means designs that prioritize function and user experience. Brands that are packed using our solutions get a canvas for conveying their values, and the consumers enjoy ease of use. I think it's a win-win. But innovation is not just about products. We actively participate in shaping the future of packaging, embracing sustainable practices, ongoing R&D in eco-friendly packaging materials, and anticipating evolving needs of industries. In a competitive landscape, staying relevant isn't about following trends. I think it's about creating them. And at Nichrome, we are committed to doing just that. Thank you.
Well, let's march ahead and invite the next brand that's being felicitated as the Best Brands 2023 Artistry by Amway. Let's also now invite the brand that's being felicitated in Cred. It's time to invite Envy Salons to please come on stage. Let's hear it for Jindal Panther TMTD Bars. As we invite the next name on the stage, ladies and gentlemen, Vico Laboratories. And let's have a really sweet round of applause as we hear it for Madhur Pure and Hygienic Sugar. And let's invite the next best brand, Bellrise Industries. All right, then let's move ahead and let's also hear it for Bajaj Capital Limited. All right, then let's move ahead and let's also invite Luminous Power Technologies. We now invite on stage the next brand that's about to be felicitated, Tamil Nadu Mercantile Bank Limited. Let's hear it for Killer. All right, as the team isn't here, let's move ahead as we felicitate the next brand, ladies and gentlemen, Xiaomi India. And with that, we call it a wrap to this phenomenal edition of Best Brands. Thank you so much for being a wonderful audience.